A note on a day's work by Catherine Ann Porter, wonderful writer, winner of the Pulitzer Prize for these short stories, and an amazing narrative, this one. It is almost all about a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Halloran, if I have the name correctly. And they dispute, they fight with each other. In the beginning, I thought she's wrong and she is torturing the poor guy. But as I advanced through the story, I realized that in fact I was backing the wrong horse. It's not like in Jesus Christ Superstar when the Pharisees all talk to Judas. Really good wages for one little kiss, and don't worry, you backed the right horse. I didn't. So he has a friend, Gerald McCorkery, and the wife is very much against this relationship. Halloran. I'm sorry, Halloran was. I destroyed the name a little, or for good. And this man has a friend, a girlfriend, who becomes his wife. Her name is Rosie, and this Lacey Mahaffy, as some would call him, Mrs. Halloran, is offended for being presented. This is demeaning for her. This woman has a bad reputation. How can I meet with the likes of her, and so on? To try and not introduce any spoiler alert, but I'm just saying it's a personal mistake, if you will, of thinking this is a good guy and this is the wrong woman, and trying to explain this woman turns out to be virtuous and turns out to be right. Even if she's domineering, she has a dark side that's interesting. Complex characters, they're not one-sided. Even in a short story, the light is also changing. The writer reveals the aspects we didn't know about in the beginning. And if it seemed that this is a man who could do so much if only he maintained this relationship with this influential guy, Gerald McCorkery, then we learn more and more, and we understand that this, in fact, this influential individual is involved in illicit activities. He has dealings with illegal alcohol and interferes in elections and so on. So, not orthodox at all. On the contrary, if it's not the mob, it looks like he has connections with it. Or anyway, what he's doing is not virtuous, not ethical, moral, and so on. They dispute over their daughter as well, Maggie. Mr. Halloran is of the opinion that she needs to leave her husband pronto, like right now. And the mother, speaking on the phone, Mrs. Halloran, says, no, don't come here. You can't come here. Stay with your husband. Do the right thing. And things will change. And the husband is mad at this. What kind of a parent would say that? Would tell her daughter who's in distress that she has no place to come. She cannot come to the parents and be supported by. And there I also thought, indeed, she sounds cruel. But as I said, learning the fact that this man wants to associate with people with not just bad reputations, but immoral and doing bad things, if you will, we begin to see that this is a woman we need to support. She is the role model and not him. and then they have a fight over the 50 cents he's taking from a shelf, and he wants to drink beer. And she says, I saw that. Well, I had some money too, and I'll go and have some beer. So there it is. They fight. In fact, they have all the horsemen of the apocalypse as identified by John Gottman, the ultimate expert on marriage, whose work is a classic, 7 Principles to Make Marriage Work. And these 4 horsemen are contempt, stonewalling, defensiveness, and criticism. And we can see them all in this, in the relationship between these 2 people. And I will not say what happens. It's for you to read and find out more.